right, welcome back everyone to another exciting episode of the Easy English Podcast. Today, we're diving into a very important topic. Let's just call it navigating the doctor's office. You know, a lot of people, especially if English isn't their first language, can really struggle in such situations.
Yeah, I can totally see that. I mean, like, going to the doctor can be super intimidating, even if, you speak the language fluently, right?
Exactly. It's all about feeling comfortable when discussing health. So let's kick things off with some essential vocabulary you'll definitely need when you're at the doctor's office. You have terms like doctor, which is fundamentally the person who helps you when you're sick.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, they're like the superheroes of health, right? But like, what's the difference between a general doctor and, say, a specialist? I've heard those terms being tossed around, but I'm not sure.
Great question. Think of it like this. You know how a superhero can have different powers? A general doctor is like a superhero who can handle a variety of issues. They help you with most common health problems, like colds or checkups. Specialists, on the other hand, are like those superheroes who focus on specific powers. Like, you wouldn't ask Spider-Man to be your dentist, right?
That's a fun analogy. I mean, can you imagine Spider-Man in a dentist chair? Can you swing me to the next appointment? But speaking of common health problems, what are some signs we should pay attention to?
Ah, yes. This is where the term symptoms comes into play. Symptoms are basically the signs of illness, like a cough or fever. If you feel hot or have a sore throat, those are your body's way of telling you that something's off.
Right. So it's kind of like when my phone starts acting weird, and I know something's not right with the battery, yeah?
Perfect analogy. Just like your phone, our bodies send signals. And that brings us to another essential term, appointment. It's crucial to make one so you can see the doctor when you're not feeling well. Think of it like reserving a table at a restaurant. You want to make sure there's a spot for you when you get there?
Yeah, that's super relatable. So if I were to make an appointment, I might say, I need to make an appointment, right?
Exactly. That's one of the first phrases you might use. And if you say, I'm not feeling well, that gives the receptionist a heads up about your situation. Communication is key.
Yeah, I kind of feel like communication is important everywhere, even like when ordering food. If I order something without saying any allergies, that could go sideways, right?
Absolutely. Just like having a clear understanding at the doctor's office can help you get the right treatment. Now let's look at a simple dialogue to practice that might help you understand how this all works.
Ooh, I love practicing dialogues. So what does it look like?
Okay, here's a quick example. The patient says, "Hello, I would like to make an appointment." And the receptionist responds, "Sure. What seems to be the problem?" It's a very straightforward exchange. When the patient replies, "I have a headache and a fever," it clearly communicates their symptoms.
That's cool. I know how to say I have a headache, but what if the patient didn't understand something the doctor said?
Great point! It's super important to ask questions. Always be clear about what you're feeling and don't hesitate to ask for clarification. If a doctor says something you don't understand, asking, "Can you explain that?" can make a big difference.
Wow, what a good tip. So much like in school when I'd raise my hand if I didn't get something.
Exactly. And remember, understanding your health and treatment is your right. So as we wrap this up, I want to encourage everyone to practice this vocabulary and these phrases at home. The more you practice, the more confident you will become when visiting the doctor.
I can totally see how that would help. Thanks for all the tips. I'm going to practice that.
Thank you so much for joining us today. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe to the Easy English Podcast to keep building your language skills.
Yeah! See you next time, everyone.